A doctor in Communist Romania discovered a drug so powerful, world leaders secretly flew in just to get it. Presidents, dictators, and movie stars all chase the same fountain of youth, the one she invented.
In the height of the Cold War, the world's wealthiest and most powerful people were secretly flying behind the Iron Curtain. They were heading into a strict communist state, not for diplomacy, but for a radical medical treatment. Among the patients was the political elite of the United States, including President John F. Kennedy. At the exact same time, their fiercest Soviet rivals, like Nikita Khrushchev and Leonid Brezhnev, were booking appointments for the identical procedure. They were joined by Hollywood royalty, like Charlie Chaplin and Marlene Dietrich, alongside surrealist artist Salvador Dalí. Their destination was a clinic in Bucharest, Romania. These bitter geopolitical rivals and global cultural icons were all willingly crossing enemy lines to purchase a chance to cheat death. This bizarre convergence of enemies and celebrities reveals the sheer desperation of humanity's obsession with curing our oldest condition, aging. In the mid-20th century, the medical consensus on aging was entirely fatalistic. Growing old was viewed as an inevitable, untreatable dead end, managed only in fragmented pieces by cardiologists or neurologists as individual organs failed. Dr. Ana Aslan rejected this outright. She was a Romanian physician who had already fought through intense gender discrimination to command her own clinics and shape her own scientific judgment. Her core philosophy was incredibly controversial. She argued that old age is not a natural decline, but a disease itself. By defining aging as a pathology, the logical next step was clear. If a condition is a disease, it can be treated, slowed, and medically managed. Reframing the human lifespan from an immovable tragedy to a treatable condition upended thousands of years of medical tradition. It also set the stage for an international anti-aging frenzy. The frenzy began with an accident of observation. While administering Procaine, a common local anesthetic known as Novocaine, to treat patients with severe arthritis, Aslan noticed side effects that extended far beyond pain relief. Her elderly patients demonstrated improved memory, increased mobility, and a heightened sense of vitality. Intrigued, she spent years testing and stabilizing a new formulation of the drug, designed specifically to delay the aging process. In the 1950s, she launched it under the name Gerovital H3. This bar chart shows the resulting economic explosion. At its peak, Gerovital treatments brought in $17 million annually for the Romanian state, driven almost entirely by wealthy foreigners flocking to her clinic. The demand quickly pushed beyond Romania's borders. The state secured patents in over 30 countries and distributed the drug in dozens more to meet the global appetite. The glamorous, highly profitable success of this drug acted as a massive commercial smokescreen. It masked a much more profound, systemic medical innovation quietly taking place in Bucharest. In 1952, Aslan secured state backing to establish the world's first Institute of Geriatrics. Rather than sending older patients to a dozen different specialists, the institute operated on a cohesive model. The first two pillars focused on the clinical treatment of the aging body as an integrated system and intense laboratory research into the biology of cellular aging. The third pillar was social intervention. Aslan studied how forced retirement, isolation, and a loss of purpose actively accelerated physical decline, proving that longevity is as much a social issue as a biological one. She fiercely protected this comprehensive mission against the totalitarian regime of Nicolae Ceausescu. When the state demanded she turn her institute into an exclusive moneymaker for the rich, Aslan refused, insisting on treating impoverished and persecuted Romanian elders completely free of charge. By combining biological research, clinical care, and sociology under a single roof, Aslan built the modern infrastructure for gerontology. As decades passed and medical science matured into the 1980s, the international community began to apply rigorous modern scrutiny to Gerovital H3. The data coming out of Romania had a fatal flaw. Aslan's claims of massive mortality drops and cellular repair were never subjected to double-blind, placebo-controlled trials, the standard required to prove a drug actually works independently of the patient's expectations. Without empirical proof, regulators stepped in. In 1982, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration officially banned the importation and interstate sale of Gerovital H3. This simplified schematic shows what the drug actually did. Gerovital H3 acted as a mild MAO inhibitor, an antidepressant that increases certain neurotransmitters. It offered a mood boost, explaining the vitality patients felt, but it completely bypassed actual anti-aging cellular repair. Measured by modern clinical standards, the famous wonder drug was a scientifically unproven physical treatment paired with a mild antidepressant effect. But the scientific failure of her signature pill does not erase her impact on medicine. In 1964, the World Health Organization officially adopted her tripartite model, combining clinical, biological, and social care as the global gold standard for geriatric institutes. She spent her life fighting the assumption that growing old simply meant becoming invisible. Her advocacy forced medicine to treat old age not as uselessness, but as a phase requiring steady purpose and holistic attention. Ana Aslan never found a magic pill to cure death. Her uncompromising approach forced the medical world to recognize that a long life is only a victory if lived with dignity and purpose.
If this story mattered to you, press that like button and subscribe so together we can bring more forgotten lives back into the light. If you still have questions about this story, leave them in the comments below. I promise someone will be reading.